let me just take a moment to reach out and smack the ever-living shit out of the conservatives, because at the beginning of this month, and this is a peculiar type of month, I'm not going to call it what I would like to call it, not here, because the ear is against the door. The ear is against the door. So we will suffer as a consequence of it. But there's a particular month going on right now. And across the board, you have the conservatives are celebrating yet again in their inanity, celebrating another glorious victory they claim to have won. And that is that you're not seeing as much of the LGBTQ faction of anti-whiteism showing up in as many stores, or in the stores that it is showing up, it's a little diminished. And some of the parades have been diminished. Some of the parades were even canceled. And the conservatives, I mean, I even saw Matt Walsh, and they're like, we did it. We did it, boys. They're defeated. Those particular people were defeated. And it's driving me insane. So I just wanted to say a little bit about it here at the very beginning before we dig in deeper into our conversation. But I'm a little irked. I'm a little irked here at the beginning of our gathering, talking about the conservatives celebrating another counterfeit victory. And we were just talking about counterfeit victories, weren't we? And so it's apropos to bring this up today. They actually achieved no victories. There's nothing long-standing. Forts that names are being changed back by Donald, those names will be changed again. The ship will go back to being named after a leading homosexual figure. I mean, that's what you want with your battleship? That's what your Navy fighting ships that are meant to kill. That's what you want. That's what you want. You don't want it called, fearsome warrior name. No, you wanted a leading homosexual figure. Great. So they're all celebrating this big victory. I tweeted this. Oh, I just want to say, even before mentioning the reality of it, that yes, white people out there, some of you out there who are midwits, yes, some companies are publicly, meanwhile, their shareholders, we covered this, there's almost technically zero support for any drawdown on anti-whiteism in corporate America by way of the shareholders. There's just no interest in reining it in. It was like the company that had the most interest in that had like 2% of shareholders. So not happening, cucks. Not happening. What is happening, though, is that savvy business people are making a decision based on an individual. The anomaly that is Donald Trump, not the conservative right anti-whites on the right ability to boycott and undermine a company. You guys don't do that. That does not happen. You're not winning. I know you think that all that matters is money, but that's why you lose. Because people who value things more than money kick the shit out of people who are selfish individualists and just big valuers of dollars. Yeah, you defeated Bud Light. Yeah, you did. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. They're chugging along, record profits, just like before. No big deal at Anheuser-Busch. But yeah, you beat them. What is happening, though, is that companies, for example, like Target, can look at the anomalous individual, President Donald Trump, who can give an opinion as an individual that tens of millions of people will heed, will obey, will align with. No one else like that is alive. Blowjob Vance is not going to assume the presidency or run for the presidency. None of these other, Rubio, none of these other people are going to be able to step up, give an opinion on a company's DEI. We just call it whatever they want you to call it. I saw Fox News yesterday resurrect politically incorrect from the aughts. I swear to God in heaven, if I see individual one more time in my life saying that they are politically incorrect, I will physically slap them. I am not going through the aughts again. You fat, vegetableized cucks. I'm not going to hear one more fake tough guy with his, well, you know what, in his hand on this estrogen-filled belly of his. And he's like, you know what, I'm one of them politically incorrects. He'll wake up 2 days later in the hospital. Stop using the words they give you. For the love of God. Nobody else is going to be able to injure a company like Donald Trump. And so as a consequence, smart business people, savvy business people at places like Target are saying, well, you know what? Donald Trump might name our company in a negative way from a post on Truth Social, maybe even on X, maybe from a lectern. And when he does that, tens of millions of people will, at least in the weeks that follow, maybe a month and a half that follows, will remember my leader, Donald Trump, the anomaly, the guy who survived assassination, the unstoppable Superman, has said Target bad. And so I will skip Target today. That would mean for Target's revenues, a dip in the sales. And they want to prevent that dip. So instead of having as much anti-whiteism, especially this month, that they normally have, they're going to have a little bit less anti-whiteism on display. Whatever they feel will be not enough to tick off Donald Trump so that he won't say something. My cuck brothers and sisters, that's not a remedy. That's not a victory. That's not permanent. You've won nothing. You are a tard. Do you understand? You are a tard if you think that is some sort of victory. This is a single man that has the ability to injure a company. No one else has that ability. No one else ever will have that ability. No one else will be able to say for the totality of that many millions of people, this company bad, injury. So, yes, at companies across the United States, you're seeing a little bit of a diminishment because they don't want Trump talking negatively about them. You've got 4 years of that, and it's over.
It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. Imagine what they're going to be like when they come back. Imagine what it's going to be like once Trump is gone as president and his word doesn't sway as many millions. His opinion doesn't sway as many. What if he doesn't even live the full 4 years? Who knows? And it'll be over immediately. So this is not a cultural victory. This is not a victory over. It's not like so many people have become sick and tired of this variety of anti-whiteism. Make no mistake out there, though, in the future, there will be enough non-white people in America who will also disagree with encouraging child sex. And then when that happens, companies will reel it back a little bit. But that'll definitely not be a victory for the white race because it'll be over for us at that point. Then you're literally in rags, begging for the crumbs from the non-white population.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Please share a little bit in common with us. Please. Please say you don't want child sex. Please. Pathetic. But what's actually happening in the cities? What's actually happening this month? Why aren't you seeing the giant dildo parades and the sex, the oral sex in the streets, the anal sex in the streets that we have seen this month? Why not? Why not as much of it? Why is it diminished? Well, you're seeing it just yesterday because the anti-whites with the money, the anti-whites who are devious with the brains, they're saying we are going to reapportion. we are going to move the energy and the money away from this aspect of anti-whiteism, and we're going to move a giant chunk of it into this aspect of anti-whiteism, and that is the widespread, violent anti-white terrorism to destabilize the country yet again, just like 2020, to disrupt Donald Trump and the Republican Party, to cause disunity, to disunify the Republican Party with threats. I mean, we already got politicians getting killed just the other day, etc. So the cucks have won nothing. They don't understand when there is a reprioritization of attention and funds on your victimizer's side. This is what I wrote. I've seen the cucks claiming they've defeated the LGBT faction of anti-whiteism because they're seeing less sick month activities. But the sick month has less funding and is played down because the anti-whites on the left were planning no kings and more in the way of protests. The cucks don't get it, and they never will. And I will add to that, never, ever, 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 because they're childish children. You will never understand. I saw yesterday these content creators live streaming 4 live streams, 5 live streams as they show their audience, and they have money pouring in. Unbelievable, these tarred conservatives. Unfucking real. Hundreds and hundreds. People super chatting, hundreds and hundreds, and literally, they're all like trying to outdo each other with $100 bills. And what's being said? I actually got into the chats of a couple and I was like, what's the remedy? Silence. Come on over, check out the remedy. Silence. Nobody wants anything to do with a remedy. They just want to hear some clown on some stream saying, what we need to do is wish list. Well, damn it, Martha. Martha, come on in here, Martha. Martha, she's making me. What are you making? Making macaroni? She's making me macaroni tonight. Martha, come on. You don't want to get on camera? Okay, Martha. All right. Well, what do we need to do, though? That's right. We got to kick them all out. Everything will be fine once we kick them all out. Right, Martha? That's what we said this morning. $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? What else do we need, Pooh-Bah? What else do we need? Give us some more of the wish. Well, we just got to kick all them lefties out. That's what me and Martha were saying the other day. We were heading over to the doctor's appointment, and we said, you know what we need? We need to kick all the lefties out. Fucking genius. I'm absolutely stunned with the intelligence. Yes, $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill. Man, God bless you. They're in the chat. They're like, God bless you and Martha. God bless you and your wife. I'm so happy you're here just speaking up and doing something for us other Todds out there in the vegetable garden. How many of us Todds in the vegetables? You're like all these voices coming in like, yay, yay. It's like all of these little vegetables in the vegetable produce department, aisle 9. $100 bill, $100 bill. Nothing of value. Tens of thousands of people watching. Look at them out there. They're despicable. And here's the thing. Really got me going on the one of them. The fucking tard. I mean, the guy is first of all, I don't know. He's like late 30s to mid 40s range. Maybe early 40s. And the guy's showing these videos of these giant protests yesterday. Well, they have 80,000 people in Philadelphia alone. They've got shots fired in Salt Lake City. They're surrounding the ICE buildings in Portland and busting out all the windows and everything. And what is this guy? What does this genius have to share with everybody? Well, these are just a bunch of useful idiots. I was, I think 19, 18. The first time I heard that, and I was like, I think they're more than just useful idiots. I think they really believe in something. They look like they're willing to cave your skull in. Well, no, son, you got to understand. They're just useful idiots. They're just dum-dums. They're not even thinking for themselves. They're just useful idiots. You understand what I'm telling you? No, well, see, if there's another problem to it, Leroy, there's another problem to it, Jim Bob. The problem is that if they're just useful idiots, then I can't get people excited to want to destroy them because they're just rotten and dumb and being led around by the nose. You go ahead and go talk to the people and find out what they say about what's got to be done with the useful idiots. The useful idiots, the masses will tell you, are victims. So the guy's like, yeah, useful idiots. And I'm in the live chat like crazy. It's anti-whiteism. It's anti-whiteism again and again. Martha's fucking banning me. I'm sure. I didn't go to look from another account, but I'm sure she was on it. She's like, Opie, get in here. Tell me how to work this banning button. How do I ban this in here? Opie comes running in with his fucking fishing rod and his pants rolled up to the bottoms of his knees, barefoot. I'll show you, mama. Let me show you real quick. We'll ban this guy right now. We'll ban the baddie. So I'm in there typing away like fire. It's anti-whiteism. Can you see what I'm typing? Anybody in this can chat. Can you see what I'm typing? It's not useful idiots. These people are not victims. They are not misled. 80,000 out in Philly alone. They are there to cut your fucking throat. Have you ever confronted these people? I have. They will cut your throat. They will cave your head in. They will put you in the poorhouse faster than they will happily put their own mothers in the poorhouse. They are out there with a conviction to destroy Western kind in the West. Useful idiots. The conservatives. So I'm going crazy. Well, somebody gets his comment through to this guy. Somebody, I don't know how, he ends up reading it. Somebody else's comment. I didn't even see it. Chat going by 100 miles an hour. $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill for this fucking useless vegetative shit. This guy gets through. And the guy writes that they're anti-whites. Anti-white, what did he call them? Anti-white, maybe criminals, maybe something like that. No, anti-white thugs or something like that. This guy reads it. He says, oh, well, whatever, says anti-white, because he's hardcore in, too. They're just a bunch of useful idiots. Then he goes, somebody says they're anti-white thugs. Some of them, he says. Some of them, like this. Some of them. Some of them. Like what some? What percentage are we talking about, Opie? What percentage are we talking about? Some of them are anti-white. What are the rest of them? Useful idiots? Cultural Marxists? He said, cultural Marxist? That's like bell word in Cuckland. They like ring a bell every time they hear Marxist. Like every time somebody says Marxist, a bell gets rung. A cuck gets a hard on. Bing! Woo! Yeah! He said Marxist. Fucking losers. I had to get that off my chest. You didn't win anything. It is a reapportionment